If you have Scorpio rising, these transits are starting in your first house. Your first house is all about you. It's your physical self. It's your presence in other people's lives. It's really just the Mercury Mars conjunction showing up as you. So you will be feeling this very personally. So from October 20th through November 9th, you're likely to just feel like an awareness of your own physical vitality. And definitely you'll be feeling like the changes and that something is changing. You'll be like acutely aware of it because for you, it's in your first house. Just remember that this is still a time for taking things slow. So if you're feeling brave, it's a good time to use that bravery for self honesty and self reflection. And then you really want to use this time for strategizing, recognizing like what's coming up, what do I need to make a plan for, and how am I going to change it. On November 9th, Mercury will station retrograde in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is in your second house. So this is likely a time when your personal finances, your wealth, your possessions, something having to do with like your stuff, what you spend your money on. This is indicating that that's where your focus might lie right now. And if you're feeling any urges to throw money at something that's making you uncomfortable, stop. That's not what this transit is about. It's a time for reflection. It's a time for strategizing. It's a time for doing things differently. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, it can just mean like there's going to be some growth. Maybe you're going to simplify something about your personal wealth that could have to do with how you save, how you spend, how you earn, but it's going to have something to do with your money or the things that you buy with your money. On November 12th, Mars will catch up to Mercury in your second house in Sagittarius. And this can have you feeling like an impulse to spend money that isn't really a good idea for you, either because, it's impulsive, it's something I don't need, or I'm spending money that I had earmarked for something else. Like I had been saving it for a while. It was specific, it was for something. And I'm dipping into that now to buy something on impulse. It could look like that. It could look like many different things, but just remember it has to do with some kind of impulsive decision that I'm making around my finances, around my stuff. And that has to do with the way I earn, save, or spend money. And then after I've spent my money, the things that I've spent my money on, what am I doing with those? So if I've saved my money, what am I doing with my savings? If I invest my money, what's happening with my investments? If I bought something, maybe now I'm regretting that and I want to list it on social media. But this will have to do with some type of impulsive action that maybe isn't the greatest idea for me. So take a step back and like think it through. You can always make the same mistake tomorrow, but you don't have to. So just take a breath, think it all the way through. And then maybe when you approach it again later, you're going to see very clearly that, oh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that thing. I've saved myself a lot of time by not doing that thing. This can also look like taking out a loan or something that's not really necessary. So just, especially if you're feeling some kind of panic around money, just take a minute. It's possible that there's another solution besides something maybe impulsive, maybe driven by fear that you're thinking about doing. On November 29th, Mercury will station direct in Scorpio. This is again about slowing down, but since Scorpio is in your first house, this is about literally you slowing down, you not moving forward. That might be a day when you want to take a break so that you have time to process everything that's been going on before moving forward again. You might just feel like you need a nap that day, you need extra rest that day. It's a good idea to plan some time for that if that's at all possible. But this is not the time to rush forward with any new plans. We're getting there, it's close, but right now it's still about processing. And given that this Mercury retrograde is ending in Scorpio before moving forward again, this could likely be a time where you're looking at what else do you need to clear out of your space. So it's your first house, it's your physical space, can be about like things that are right in front of you that need to be gone. Or it can be about you need to remove yourself from a situation, you physically leaving a situation. But this is again about letting go. So there's something there that you'll want to be letting go of around the 29th of November. On January 18th, Mercury catches up with Mars in Capricorn in your third house. Remember that Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Mercury is catching up. And this really looks like a point where it's like Mercury's been working on this plan, catches up with Mars, and now it's time to really put it in action. So that doesn't mean necessarily that you have to wait until January 18th. That might have started, weeks prior. But by the time Mercury and Mars conjoin on January 18th, if you haven't gotten started, this is a good time to start. And if you have already started, you're likely feeling like some of the newness of whatever this new plan is in your third house. It's feeling like it's not so new anymore. I'm getting more comfortable. I'm really feeling like I got this. I'm feeling like this is going to be a good thing for me. The only thing to be cautious of here is that Mars exalted might be overconfident. And in your third house, this might look like bragging. This might look like tripping over your own tongue and kind of messing things up for yourself. It's still a Mars Mercury conjunction. That means it still can be complicated communication and happening in your third house, which is also about communication. You just really want to be mindful about what you're saying. Think it through before you speak. The third house is also about your daily routine, like your neighborhood where you travel to, like getting things done, doing your chores, whatever your day looks like. But this can also look like neighbors, your relationships with your neighbors, anyone in your neighborhood that you interact with. And this can also be about siblings. So any conversations in any of these realms are something where you want to be thoughtful. Don't speak before you think. Doesn't mean don't speak at all. Just means think first.